UFC 301, let's get right into it. First fight of the night is Alessandro Costa against Kevin Borjas. So Alessandro Costa, he is 1-2 in the UFC, 3-2 in his last five. So this guy, he is very much like a slow starter, one punch kind of artist. He wants to get that big power punch. He's not very active. He has good calf kicks. He tends to reach when he's out of range. Um, he can defend positioning, submissions, and stuff. All that good shit. But Kevin Borjas, he lost against Joshua Van, his UFC debut. But Joshua Van is a beast. We need to remember that. Kevin Borjas was very much able to compete. He had great striking. He had a lot of output, great calf kicks. If I look here, he is always on the back foot. He is always walking back in a way. So if he gets backed up by Costa, that might be a problem. But I think his activity will really be able to be in his favor here. So I'm going to go with Kevin Borjas by decision in the first fight of the night. Let's move on to Ismael Bonfim against Vince Pichel. Now, we know what happened in Bonfim's last fight. He got submitted by Benoit Saint Denis. We all know Benoit is a killer, not yet quite at that top 5 range, but very good fighter. Now they're handing Bonfim, this 41-year-old that hasn't fought in 2 years. 2 years, yeah, 2 years. It's been 2 years. He's tough. Like, I don't know what else to say about Pichel. Like, it's no longer his time. He lost against Mark Madsen, beat Austin Hubbard. That was nearly 3 years ago that he beat Austin Hubbard. I don't think there's a chance. I think he's going to tough it out through the first round. So I'm going to go with Bonfim second round KO, just because I think Pichel is going to be tough enough to get through that first round, but I really don't think he has a chance. I think he's too slow. Don't think he has enough activity. Don't think he has enough power. He's just an old man. I'm sorry, man, but I don't know why you're still fighting at 41 and you have no relevancy. Anyway, yeah, Bonfim, round 2, KO. Moving on. Dion Barbosa against Ernesta Caracate. Okay. Or Carcate. So, whatever her name is, lengthy bitch. She's 5'9", coming off of Dana White's Contender Series. Okay. I have notes on all these fuckers. Very good Lithuanian kickboxer, but sorry guys, I'm sick still. But Barbosa, she's beaten Karine Silva. She has a win over Karine Silva in the past. Okay. Her last win, the submission against Rain Guerrero. Great Dana White Contender Series win. The Jessica Middleton win. Middleton, shit record. Terrible record. But it was a great performance by Barbosa. Honestly, I just think she's a better overall fighter. Like, Caracate's long, right? Like, she has like weird awkward striking. I think her length kind of like fucks with her in a way. I just don't think she knows how to use it just right. It's almost like seeing a baby giraffe try to walk. So she can last 5 rounds. She has good scrambling just because she's large, but Dion Barbosa is also 5'6". It's not too big of a size difference. I think skill's gonna really show here. I got Barbosa submission round 3. Next fight. Now this fight, Oh my God. We got Mauricio Ruffy against Jamie Mullarkey. Jamie Mullarkey, such a win-loss fighter, as everyone else says. Obviously, he's 29 years old. Honestly, I thought he was a lot older than this just because of his skill level. But he's coming into his prime pretty much, or is in his prime. Ruffy is 30 in his prime. Out of the fighting nerds, this fighting nerds camp, dude, they have absolute beasts. Like Gene Silva was supposed to fight out of the fighting nerds, but William Gomes just literally damn near died on the scale. So that fight's not gonna happen, thank God. By the way, I had Gene Silva winning that fight, round one KO. That was before I had that written down before the weigh-in, but I'm sick, so I'm doing this now. Anyway, back to this fight. Ruffy is amazing. His last four fights have been wins by KO. His loss was over 4 years ago by KO, but that was over 4 years ago. He hasn't lost in 4 years, but he took a long break. Comes back and is a beast. I don't know what he was doing. I didn't do enough research on this guy, so I don't know what he was doing in that time. But bro changed something because he's a world beater. And Jamie Mullarkey's just not that. His last fight, he lost to Nasrat you guys know his name, and it's unacceptable to lose to this guy, especially by KO. He lost to Muhammad Naimov, barely beat John Makdessi, which I don't know, beat Francisco Prado. Like, I got Ruffy round one KO. I think he's gonna sleep Mullarkey. I don't think it's that hard to figure that one out. But let's go on to the next one. This should be a cool fight. Jakar Close against Hakeem Silva. Close coming off his slam win KO. Pretty good knockout. He's on a 3-fight win streak. He beat Rafa Garcia before that. Brandon Jenkins. Lost to Dariush, but that was 4 years ago. Hakeem Silva, 2-3 in his last 5. He's just coming off a win over Clay Guida where he looked really good. Lost to Sarukian. That's okay. That's okay. He beat Jesse Ronson by KO. Lost to Ricky Glenn by KO. That's concerning, but that was 2 years ago. That was nearly 3 years ago. So you have to wonder if he's been working on some shit. He looks jacked still. If I go to these Hakeem Silva notes, he is very patient, has great defensive striking. He knows when to throw. Great clinch elbows. He's heavy on top, great clinch knees, and he has power. Good grappling. When I watch close, like, he has good striking, he's bouncy, he's technical, but he just seems like a very NPC-ish type fighter. That slam came out of nowhere. I don't see that happening again. I think Hakeem is going to be able to catch him, but I think it's going to take a little bit. So I'm going to go with Hakeem Silva with a round 3 KO. And I'm giving you guys the detailed predictions just because I am so late on these, but I've been doing a lot of notes, and I don't see Jakar Close winning a decision or taking out Silva. I think Silva will be winning this decision and then be able to get a nice TKO, probably against the cage, after rocking Jakar Close. So round 3 TKO. Next fight, Elvis Brenner against Midik Orlbai. Hope I said your name right, brother. Elvis Brenner, he is 5-0 in his last 5, undefeated in the UFC. Coming off 2 KO wins. Great KO win against Kayan You guys know the last name. Khrushchevsky or whatever the fuck. And then Guram Kutateladze. Great KO wins. Amazing. I'm pretty sure I bet against him on the Kutateladze fight. 29 years old, shoot a box with Charles Oliveira, the whole gang. And I know this is a thing that they do, but tough weight cut, man. Tough weight cut. Now, I had my decision in here before I saw his weight cut, but it made me very happy. I think Orolbai has amazing striking skills and grappling skills that Elvis is not going to be able to compete with throughout a whole 3-round fight. He'll probably be able to overwhelm Orolbai, maybe, but he'll probably be scared to be countered. Orolbai has intense power and he is made of stone. He can be grappling, or not grappling. He can be boring if he wants to, but that just means he's smart. He knows what he needs to do to get to that title. And then after that weight cut by Brenner, he looked really bad. So I'm going with Orolbai by decision here, just because I see something in this guy. These guys don't really get pushed fast, but I think this guy really should. Has a good one too. His takedown defense is great. His overhand is awesome. Has a good uppercut, very slick, intense power, strong grappling. He has everything. He really has everything, and he's also on a 5-fight win streak, coming off a submission against Uros Medic, KO'd Hayward Charles in LFA. Intense uppercut. I just think he's overall better than Brenner. And I don't think having a terrible weight cut is going to help Brenner. So I'm going to go Orolbai by a decision. On to the next fight. Karolina Kowalkiewicz, or Kowalkiewicz. I need to get better at these weird names. And then Yasmin Lucindo. Okay. Karolina is on a 4-fight win streak. She's really in her bag right now. I don't know what she's been eating. I don't know, but she's 38. She's getting up there. Yasmin Lucindo, young buck, just submitted Poliana Viana. I see where people would be like, this is an easy win. Karolina is a dog. People forget that. Karolina's a dog. She doesn't give a fuck. She scraps so hard. Her consistent right hand. Like, she literally, I think she might teach this girl a little veteran UFC lesson. But I could be wrong. Like, Lucindo might just submit her in the first round. But I think this will be a veteran beating by Karolina. I don't think this is going to make the Brazilian fans happy. Huge favorite for Lucindo. So if you guys are going with my bets and my picks, this is a huge underdog right here to go with, because I think Karolina can actually pull it off over 3 rounds if she can stay in there. I think she'll have more output. I think she'll really put Lucindo on her back foot. So yeah, Karolina by decision. Next fight. Sorry, guys, I'm counting how many fights are left. Okay, yeah. Next fight, Joe Anderson Brito against Jack Shore. Oh, boy. Whoever's picking Jack Shore here, you're dumb. Let's just do like a body analysis real quick. They're both 5'8". One is rocked up like a motherfucker, and the other one looks like he hasn't been cutting weight and has just been eating pizza and just chilling. Jack Shore looks like the fattest skinny guy ever. He's so like flubby but skinny. It's weird. His style, he has like intensely good defensive striking. I don't understand. And then Joe Anderson out of shoot box, just intense pressure, incredible pressure. 4-0 or 4-1 in his last five. KO'd Andre Feely, submitted Lucas Alexander, KO'd Weston Wilson, submitted Jonathan Pierce. So people might say, oh, those opponents aren't the best. That's what the UFC is giving him. Give the guy a fucking break. He lost to Bill Algeo, but he didn't look bad. He just got outclassed. And I'm pretty sure that was his first fight in the UFC. Let's give him a break with those UFC jitters. I think he's going to make Jack Shore look really bad. I think he's going to be really hyped up that he's at home. That's what I'm feeling. Let's look at these Jack Shore. Like, most of my shit is just about how great defensively Jack Shore is. Just insanely good defensively. But one day he's going to run into someone that's not even going to matter. And I think that's Joe Anderson Brito. I think he's going to be out-muscled because he can be out-muscled. He's been out-muscled in the past. Jack Shore. So I'm going to go with Joe Anderson Brito with a KO in round 2. I think the first round, in the first couple minutes, they'll probably be really fighting each other's range. Brito might really press against Shore. And then I think in the later half of the first round, Brito's going to really find his timing, start wailing on Shore. Then once the second round comes in, he's going to get his KO. Okay. Yes, brother. And then, okay, next fight. Paul Craig against Caio Borralho. Okay, Paul Craig is 2-3 in his last 5. Heavy underdog, 36 years old, grappling specialist. But this is not a good fight for him. Caio is on a 5-fight win streak, undefeated in the UFC. 31 years old, so he's in his prime, 6'1", so he's got a little bit of a size disadvantage, but his striking is slick. Paul Craig, no. His striking fucking sucks. Well, not fucking sucks, but like it's pretty damn bad compared to Caio's. And Caio has great grappling too. I don't want to have to explain myself too much because I feel like everyone's going to understand here. Caio, I think, is the biggest favorite. He's a -650 favorite, huge favorite here. No, I think our next fight has the biggest favorite. So I'm going to go with Borralho or Caio with a round 2 KO. Again, I think it's going to take some time for him to find his range, but once he does, I think he'll be able to take Paul Craig out. Yeah. This fight should be really fucking fun. Michel Pereira against Ior Potieria. Ior is just a cool guy that the UFC has had, in my opinion. Just if you want a cool fight, put him in there. He looks scary. He looks like he can fight. He can beat some people. He beat Robert Bizek. Wasn't expecting that. Got beat by Rodolfo Bellato. Carlos Olberg got beat by Nicolai Nego Mariano. That doesn't look too good. He beat Mauricio Hua, so like he's old. And Michel Pereira, ever since moving up to middleweight, absolute monster. Just a KO machine. Or at least power machine, because he submitted Mikhail Erceg. I hope I said his name right. Man, those Eastern European names, fuck. But got you, Brazil. Got you. But this is a clear winner. I'm going with Michel Pereira in the first round, getting a KO. I think he's going to be hyped. He's going to be so hyped walking out to this Brazilian crowd. and all that energy is going to absorb it and then punch Eeyore through the cage. He's going to punch Eeyore through the cage. It's going to be so cool. So Michelle Pereira, round 1, KO. Now on to the feature bout of the card. Anthony Smith against Vitor Petrino. This is another one. This is kind of like the Vince Pichel fight. I don't know why they're doing this to Anthony Smith. Like, he just lost to Khalil Roundtree. Bad loss. Beat Ryan Spann, only guy apparently can beat. Lost to Johnny Walker, lost to Magomed Ankalaev. Like, these guys with skill, he just cannot beat. And Vitor Petrino has a lot of skill. Anthony Smith has acknowledged that he needs to look out for that left hand. I don't care. I think it's going to connect on him all day. Think that he's going to be scared of the grappling. Vitor Petrino he's a Dana White Contender Series alumni. He's on a 5-fight winning streak, 4-0 in the UFC, undefeated. He's 26 years old. This literally just shows and says Vitor Petrino. And I think this will be a round 3 KO. I think this card is actually going to be so much better than people think. And it's upsetting me that people are thinking that this isn't worth the money, because I can smell some finishes here on this card. But on to the big fight that people are really looking forward to. Jonathan Martinez against Jose Aldo. Oh man, I wish I could pick Jose Aldo. No, I don't. That's a lie. I literally just lied through my teeth. I don't wish I could. I get it, featherweight GOAT. Everyone loves him, right? He's also 37. He also hasn't fought in nearly 2 years. Forgetting that. Yeah, he was boxing, whatever. His last win was 2.5 years ago against Rob Font. Jonathan Martinez on a 5-fight win streak. Last fight was against Adrian Yanez, leg kick TKO'd him. Now I get it, Jose Aldo, king of the calf kicks, right? Always ready for that calf kick, always lifting his leg up, checking. I think Jonathan Martinez is going to easily find his timing. As soon as Jose drops that foot, boom, calf kick. Jose's going to be like, what the fuck? No one's done that to me before. Calf kick. And I don't see either one finishing each other. And Jose has great striking, but I just don't think it's good enough. I don't think he has enough output. I think we're forgetting that Jose has just forgotten to strike. That was one of my issues with him in the Merab fight. If you're going to say, oh, he didn't even have a chance to fucking strike because Merab kept trying to take him down. Motherfucker, rewatch that fight. The amount of complaining Jose was doing, the amount of laziness I saw, and the amount of oh, I don't really want to be in here. I don't want to exert the amount of energy. I don't know why Jose's coming back. Maybe for a bag. Sorry, guys. But I don't see Jose having that killer mentality anymore. And due to that, I think Martinez is just going to be able to outschool Jose on the feet. So I'm going to go with Martinez by decision here. And on to the main event. Alexandre Pantoja against Steve Erceg. Oh, fuck. Pantoja has been pissing me off so much. Beating Royval, Moreno, Alex Perez. All these guys. If you can't tell, I'm really struggling here. All these guys I love. But Steve motherfucking Erceg KOing Matt Schnell, Alessandro Costa, coming in on 8 days' notice against David Dvorak. Give me, I'll give you my money fucking take it, because I think Steve Erceg is gonna be the winner of this fight. I think he's gonna win by decision. People are saying that Pantoja's a dog, and he is a dog, but we haven't even seen Erceg pushed in a way to where the title's on the line. I think we're gonna see a different animal out of Erceg. He's bigger than Pantoja. I think he has more muscle than Pantoja. He can grapple. He can strike. His striking's cleaner than Pantoja's. I think he's gonna hurt Pantoja. I think Pantoja's gonna hurt him. I think it's gonna be a very, this will be a war. This will be a war, and I'm so excited to see it. And I think Steve Erceg will win, but it's gonna take so much. It's gonna take a lot, but I can feel it. I can feel it, dude. I'm so excited. I think Erceg can drop Pantoja in the first round and really show him what the fuck is up. Astro Boy needs to do this shit for us. But those are my picks. And I'll repeat it one more time. Steve Erceg beating Pantoja by decision. Yeah, I feel pretty good about those. Okay. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed watching the video, and I'll be here with another video soon. Thank you guys. Bye.